Good morning from Gail's Garden Herbs and More. It has been cold. For so long we had the hot weather. The cold weather came, so I had to make cloches and I had coverings on large areas and had to bring my poor little purple bell pepper plant back here from the garden. For 2 months we had like 70s and 80s and got it all set up, and then all of a sudden this cold hit and it's been really cold. I am going to give you a sneak peek. I wasn't going to show you until the summer, but I've got a different kind of a garden going right now, so I thought it would be interesting to see maybe a little bit to you and a few projects what I'm doing now. I garden everywhere that I can. So here's one little area, and I should have done this yesterday because I harvested a lot of that. That's a big salad bowl here by the door, and so I really did a lot of harvesting there and in the garden. I made up a couple salads. But yeah, I need to get some more parsley planted. I've got some calendula growing there, some herbs. There's other stuff over in the middle of that. These are some types of beans that there's a Japanese winged bean, and I think they're big black beans. I can't think of the name of them. They are coming up now. I want to talk about for a second what I did here for a trellis. Somebody gave me a bunch of tomato cages, and they are small tomato cages. They wouldn't last long for a tomato. So I tied them together and up, and I made a trellis with them. They don't look too bad. And when they get covered with the beans, hopefully if the beans don't freeze out first. Beans don't tend to like cold weather. I'm surprised they're doing this well. And I haven't covered them either. But anyway, they should be real pretty there, and I may tie some string up above. It just depends how far they go. I haven't even peeked here at my little herb wheel for a few days. Ooh, look at my lemon balm. It's going to town. Yeah. But anyway, it's there. It's not full or anything right now. Okay. I know some of this should probably be cleaned out, but I do get some herbs here. This is mallow, a lot of mallow. There's a lot of other things too, but mallow is really good for the tummy. I got some other stuff back behind there, and let's go take a look at the garden. Well, I do have a few things here. My lemon verbena hasn't come out yet. I planted another rose because I'm going to harvest the rose petals when I start getting roses, but they're a very fragrant rose, so I thought it'd be a pretty spot here. I had to bring in my little bit of basil that I had overwintering because it got so cold. Still alive, thankfully. Got stevia back there. I've got some echinacea I bought. My seeds just would not come up. These are the cloches I made out of old water bottles. If you don't have any, just ask people for them because lots of people have them. There's a cucumber plant in there. Let me show you what I found. I'm so excited because a lot of my seeds did not do well. But before I get there to show you, I planted some of the echinacea in there because the seeds were not coming up. Now, I have a hard time with echinacea. I have seeds coming up here from some other wild flowers that I planted. I can't think of the name right now. They're just flowers that I thought would be pretty here. My Gerber daisies are starting to come back. I've got radishes and garlic and more sage over there. We're going to go in and take a look in the main garden. Let's peek through here. My elephant garlic's doing good. My chocolate vine is still with us. Okay, I opened up, well, it wasn't this one. There's a clear one I have down further in the garden. I'll show you. And I hadn't been able to get it open. My son came over to give me a hand on something, which I'm going to show you. And he opened it for me, and there were all these whole cluster. It looked like cucumber plants, which I was so excited because most of my cucumbers died. I think I had one left. And so I got those repotted. Some are in the house, and that one is outside with the cloche over it. If you notice, I am being overtaken with mushrooms, but I don't know anything about mushrooms, so I don't even know if I can harvest these. There's a bunch coming up down there too. You could see them. I do have another basil, holy basil there that made it. I thought it might be protected between these two boxes a little. So apparently it was a little because it's still making it. I've got my fava beans and I've got purple cauliflower planted down there. I've got a little hot pepper here from last year. I planted a little bit of spinach and more fava beans coming up, a little bit later ones. Okay, let's go back out and I will show you. Okay, here we go into the main part of my garden. Goji berries, of course, never came up. I've got peas planted all over and onions. I did have some cucumbers down there that died. This just didn't like this cold. And I'd harvested all these pretty good, more salad greens. They got really harvested. I've got more little carrots coming up, and those carrots are doing good. I'm going to have to harvest them early when they're babies because they're not that long down. But the ground is so hard here, I had to do them in pots. These are cosmos flowers that are coming up from last year's seeds. And of course, like I said, I got lots of peas and thyme, and I harvested my kale really good too. But look here, so my boysenberry right in front of us. My son helped me get this all fixed up. We got piles of dirt. Yeah, but I did lose about a tool that's worth about $20 he had in his back pocket because it's a tin cutter, wire cutter type thing, and it's buried somewhere in there. When I came out, I said, "What happened to my cutter?" "Oh, it must have got buried when I was throwing dirt around and stuff." But I am so thankful he did this for me. It was just overtaken with weeds, and we had a big pile of dirt we'd brought in that needed to be smoothed out, and I laid some stuff around the side to try to keep the weeds from encroaching so bad. So I am really thankful for that. I've got chamomile coming up there. I don't know what this is. Last year we brought in another plant from somebody else's yard, and this came up in it, and I'm really not sure what it is, but I noticed it came back. I didn't pull. It looks like a little tree or something. I don't know what kind. Some of my asparagus is coming back. This will be the second year I grew it from seed. Some came back before the others, and then I threw a bunch of scraps in here last winter, and this looks like it's I don't know what that is. It's in the family of it might be a cauliflower or something. It doesn't look like a broccoli. I don't know yet. It's not really big. And let's see, I've planted it's a stick. It's the only one of the three that I bought of the elderberry. I got it covered with a cloche. I really don't want to uncover it. It's really cold. But I bought 3 sticks, and only one of them is rooted. The other 2 are in the house. I'm going to plant them over there. My daughter was wanting one, but now I don't have any dirt left. We're kind of staying apart because my granddaughter was sick, and they don't want me getting sick right now. Another elderberry. I've got blueberries back there. Okay, and look, my potatoes, this ugly old box. My potatoes are coming up. I'm trying to wait. I know there should be some more breaking through the soil, and then I'll put some more soil in it from somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to get the soil now. And then my son, this was just like a cut off slope. He chopped it down and leveled it out. I need to go get me some more. I've got some wood chips piled up over under the olive trees. I'll bring some in so it won't be so muddy. I'm going to walk around the other way. I don't want to walk in that mud. Those are salad greens, but I've never had anything do real good in the hanging baskets. Those are from last fall, and that's only as big as they've got. And I've really been babying them to get them that far. I don't know. I just can't seem to grow anything in those baskets. Now, one year I did grow some ice plants type flowers, so I may just try that again just for the beauty, because I can't seem to grow too much in there. Got ginger in the pots. I don't know what this is coming up. I'll watch it and see. Down there I've got different flowers and different things. I've got some, I want to grow this for the seeds, coriander down there. And then my lilac is so pretty. I'm so happy with my lilac. I've got self-heal down there. Okay, I took that and I planted cucumber seeds in it, and just after I planted the cucumber seeds, the really cold weather hit. So I don't know what's going to happen. I did have it covered, trying to keep too much water out of it. I've just got things I got on. I'm not going to tell you every plant I've got, but I've just got kind of things all over the place. I'm hoping for my Rose of Sharon to come up, but it's been it's probably been 2 months. It never came up. I've got a few, I think 4 seeds left. I'll try again. I've got skullcap and yerba buena. Yerba buena is a type of, it's almost like a mint. And then it is spearmint in the middle there. And there's some lemon balm down there. I may move one clump of my skullcap just in case it doesn't do good there. It might do good in another area. I don't want to lose it. Just happened to luck into a pot that was overrooted. I still paid a good price for it, let me tell you, but it really definitely had to be broke apart and repotted quick. I got just little things going here, seeds and stuff. This will all be cleaned up later in the year. So I've got a bunch of stuff going here. You know, I've tried this. People say grow in these bags, and they never do real good for me. The only thing that's really come up here, other than some Mysterium, is the sunflowers. Nothing else came up, but then the cold hit, so I can't hardly blame it. I've got a hawthorn bush over there coming back, more spearmint. There's a bell pepper under this cloche from last year, and then I've got garlic, chives, and peas in that pot too. This is just a work bucket. I've got worm castings in there. I've got a bucket of chicken manure tea over there, but now it's cold. I don't need to even be using it right now. I've got some plants that came up in those. I forgot to show you that. But it was a container I had that I put compost in with holes in the bucket in the top so I can keep it damp, putting water on it, and holes in the bottom for the worms to cup in. And it, as you water it, it feeds the plants through the pot. Well, some plants came up in it. Oh, they didn't make it. They died. I'll never know. Well, that one might be alive. That one's still alive. The other one over here is not looking too good. It's just been too cold. And that's a tomato plant I got a cloche over. Another elderberry here. Some more plants back there. Oh man, that cold. Got some stuff in this. I think this is my cramp bark tree. Yeah, it's my cramp bark bush, and this is my I did have the chickens running in here for a few months, but it didn't do any good. The weeds, they didn't scratch them. I didn't have enough. Now I sure don't have enough chickens after the dogs got them. Yeah, we've seen the dogs now. They came back last night about the same time they would have got my chickens last time. And I'm just keeping my chickens locked up, which I hate doing, till I can figure out how to make it where they don't get out. I can cut one wing, but they still seem to fly a little bit and get out. Now my little silkies probably won't, but I got to cover up all the wide fence areas where they can get through, because they're just little chickens. But yeah, I did plant another coriander, cilantro, whatever you want to call it here, but I'm going to grow them for the seed. I love cilantro, coriander seed, and got another plant coming up there. Looks like my bronze fennel is coming back, so that's good. And okay, remember we talked about this, and I decided to go with planting nasturtiums in here, so they will hopefully grow up, and come down and cascade down over the sides. That's what I'm going to do. You can use the leaves of nasturtium and the flowers both, so I'm excited about that. And, well, I do want to say to you, joy of the fruit of the Spirit is joy. Those of you that listened to my last video will know what I'm talking about. And I hope that you all give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And I hope you all stay safe and well and take care. Bye now.